Good evening, people. I was initially gonna upload an Ilaoi guide tonight, however, the patch note just dropped and there are quite a lot of swarm changes and I really wanted to see how this impacts the game. So maybe it's better to look at the changes first, and tomorrow, when I'm actually gonna upload an Ilaoi guide, it will maybe be changed than from what I was initially gonna say. And maybe she will get some buffs, who knows, because she's pretty damn weak right now. And I thought that it would be better for us to just look at the changes first, together. And maybe tomorrow, when I already understand more things now, after the buffs or nerfs and whatever changes, we can take a look at the game mode again. So, let's jump right into it. First of all, we are gonna look at the balance adjustments. Let's see. Time for our first adjustments for Swarm. For this patch, we are mainly focused on performance, bug fixes, and buffing up some underperforming champions/builds. We are deliberately avoiding nerfs, except in cases where something is affecting server/client performance, sorry Yasuo enjoyers, or is way out of line. Okay, this is already very promising. So let's see what changes are actually being put in the game. Systems. Boss enrages. We have reworked boss enrages to be a bit more clear. Old enrage. After 5 minutes, bosses would enrage invisibly, causing all damage to invisibly one-shot players. After 7 minutes, bosses would invisibly, goddammit, kill all players who somehow managed to survive. Interesting. I didn't know this mechanic existed. New enrage. After 5 minutes, bosses will visibly enrage and start to glow red. For the next 30 seconds, they deal 20% increased damage, after which they will unleash a nova that kills all players. Enrage time was on Aatrox, reset when it transitions to his second phase. So, I didn't know that the bosses could actually kill you. I saw Vanderil do a video about the longest Swarm game, and it lasted like a few hours, I think, or at least one. But this is an interesting change, and I actually didn't know that this mechanic existed until now. I always kill the bosses in under 5 minutes. But this is definitely an interesting change to look forward to, because when you are still starting out in the game mode, because I know for a fact that there are still people who are starting out, maybe you were affected by this. I don't know. But I think it's better if we move on. Let's see. Buffs and nerfs. Bosses. Aatrox has realized that some cowardly champions have found areas where his flying swords cannot reach during phase 2, no longer. Aha! I uploaded a video of beating Aatrox as Ilaoi, and actually I even said in the video that if Aatrox casted in one part of the map and you went to the other side of the map, then you actually couldn't be hit by the flying sword. So apparently they fixed that, which is interesting. Briar has been working out for her boss fight. Everything deals more damage. Okay, she did need this because Briar was the weakest boss out of them all. Maybe she'll be a bit more challenging. I mean, I actually hope so. Rek'Sai no longer shotguns champions while missiles. No, Rek'Sai no longer shotguns champions with missiles while knocking them up, resulting in unclear fun shots. Yeah, the Rek'Sai fight was a tiny bit bullshit because he could easily one-shot you. Very easily. Decreased Rek'Sai's missile hitbox to match the visuals. Thank God. Thank God. That's a very good thing for both new and old players. Or like the game mode has been in for 1 year. Generic champ things. Untargetable champions can now arrest allies and pick up cards, health, bombs, and vacuums. Oh, that's good. That's really good. If you are playing with others, of course, unlike me who has no friends. Remove the small window where reviving champions were not invulnerable, allowing them to be killed/damaged the instant they get up. That happened to me so many times when I was playing with some people, and I hated that. Like, you got revived and you instantly took damage. That was the worst fucking thing ever. Okay. And let's see, we are looking at champion changes, which I am very curious about. Savage Slice, weapon evolved, no longer permanently loses its ability to apply bleed when Briar dies. Ooh, I didn't know that that was a thing. Oh, that was so bullshit. Okay, that affects multiplayer. Fish Frenzy E. Damage reduction is now doubled from 25 to 15% when Briar is below 50% health. This effect previously occurred when Briar was below 30% health and wasn't included in the tooltip due to an oversight. Okay, that's really good. So Briar is actually gonna be unkillable now. So if you're struggling with the game and you're just or if you're just looking to collect coins, definitely pick Briar from tomorrow, because that's gonna be way too easy. Aurora. E now detonates existing hex marks on cast. Oh, that's amazing. So now what you can do is just you can or wait on cast. So when you cast the ability. Okay, that's still fine, I think. That is still fine. It's actually gonna be really OP on her now. So when you're gonna cast your E, every single hex charge is gonna be detonated, and your E can reapply them yet again. Okay, that's amazing. Now gains untargetability during R casts. Oh, if only you guys knew how many times I took damage while pressing my R. That was so bullshit, and it felt so weird because in my head, Aurora should have gotten either untargetability or something during her ult, because getting damage while you're just stuck in the cast animation was absolute horseshit. Fix the bug where Aurora would sometimes remain targetable while teleporting between sides of her ultimate. That actually happened to me as well. Illaoi. Tentacle's length now scares with area size. Oh, okay. Picking up area size is now worth it on Illaoi. Okay, noted. Area size now makes tentacles visibly larger. That's just for visuals. That's nothing. Yasuo. Wandering Storms, Weapon Evolve, Tornado Zones now scale with duration and area size. Oh, that's good. That's really good. So now you should be picking area size on Yasuo because your E also scales with area size, and I think your ult does as well. I'm not really sure. Let's check it out, okay? That's what I'm gonna say. Oops. Let's see. Yasuo Swarm. Yasuo. Yes, your E shield actually scales with duration, which is also good because now they are buffing it. And the ult, it doesn't say whether or not it scales with area size. But I know that your E definitely has to scale with it, because there is a misfortune boon. Something that you activate that gives you a lot of area size, and it actually affects your E size. So that's a really good thing. Okay, that could work. Base area size 250 down to 200. Okay, understandable. Base duration 4 to 2.5. I mean, that's fine because now it's worth picking them on him. Especially because of the tornado. That's good. That's really good. Seraphine. Now properly multicast Cyclonic Slicers, Animines, Battle Bunny Crossbow, and Searing Shortbow. I mean, on Seraphine you weren't really looking to pick up Cyclonic Slicers anyway, and there are definitely better choices than Searing Shortbow, especially because nothing of Seraphine scales with area size, I'm pretty sure. But I will have to check. Let's see. Seraphine, Swarm Seraphine. Her main weapon definitely does not scale with area size, yes, that is true. And I'm not sure if her ult scales with it either, because it doesn't say. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Okay, that's an interesting change. So, I mean, the only good thing here is Battle Bunny Crossbow. Or maybe Animines, but you're not going to pick that up when area size is bad for her. There are better choices at that point. No longer permanently loses her ability to slow enemies when she dies. Yeah, yet again something that affects multiplayer, so it's fine. Jinx. Passive move speed is no longer multiplicative. At higher MS values, she would lose control of her character by going too fast. Yes, I actually have some clips where I was actually teleporting with her. Which looked really fun, but sometimes I ran into enemies and caused myself to die, which I wasn't very happy with. Let me tell you, people. Leona. Oh, she got a lot of changes. Let's see. Leona. Shield of Daybreak cooldown. The cooldown went down. Okay, understandable. Armor ratio 2.0 to 3.0. Okay. Sunlight damage 75 up to 300. What? That's such a huge buff though. What? But wait, sunlight damage. What is sunlight? Sunlight is her passive. And all the passive does is increase your area size. Could it be her E? No, because the... Yes, I think it's her E. Yes. Because it used to be 72. Oh no, wait, it's when you evolve her weapon. The detonation damage was 75. They are bringing it all the way up to 300. Okay, so far what I'm seeing here is, if you want to win, just pick Briar or Leona. And since Riven is actually not changed at all, you can still pick her. Also, well, Saya is strong as well, but that's later on. Light of the Lion's sunlight effect is now properly triggered by our weapons. So there was a bug that didn't trigger it. Eclipse E now only removes other shields on expiration. But why does it remove shields though? I don't understand. Does it say in the tooltip as well? Because I'm not sure. No, it shouldn't remove them. But this is so bullshit because... Whoops. Because... Managing... Nah. Because when you manage to get the... When you manage to get the Misfortune Augment that gives you a shield, using your E is actually not worth it. Or actually maybe keeping the shield is not worth it because the shield doesn't really do much for you anyway. And your E is gonna keep you alive. So, interesting change. R no longer permanently loses its ability to stun when Leona dies. Yet again, something from multiplayer. Riven and Saya are perfectly OP. That is a given. Weapon and augment buffs. Searing Shortbow no longer permanently stops dealing damage on death. Interesting bug. Gatling Bunny Guns. Oh, they are getting a buff. Oh. Less damage in the early game, but way more damage in the late game. And the damage amplification versus stun targets is also a lot. I mean, okay, not a lot, but 5%. It adds up. It adds up. This item was already S tier, by the way. Why are they buffing it? I don't understand. It was a really good item. Yumi bot. I don't think many people choose this item, so let's see what it got. Cooldown now starts at the start of duration instead of end. That's really good. CD and duration have been adjusted to account for this. These are buffs, well, obviously. Cooldown. I mean, yeah, the cooldown is bigger, but you know, they are affected now by duration and CD. Duration, yeah, it's the same. You can now spawn multiple Yumi bots at once. She's an AI, that makes sense. Oh, that's really good. Okay, the evolved version now properly scales with area size. Okay. Tibbers. Tibbers deals 100 more damage later on, and the cooldown is less. I mean, Tibbers was a fine item, I think. It's fine, especially if you already need duration as a champion. But by that point, just pick the Gatling Bunny Guns, like all the time, because that's more worth it. Radiant Field damage. The damage goes up. And health ratio actually goes up as well. Oh, why are we buffing Leona and Briar so hard? I actually don't get it. They are good champions. They are very good champions. They are one of the best alongside Riven. They're very easy. I don't get it. Train now counts as an emotional support pet. Oh, you know there's a Yumi augment that buffs the your pet damage by 50%. This is a lot. This is gonna be huge for people who pick the train now. Okay, it's actually gonna be worth it. And the damage also went up. The base damage also went up, plus 5 armor. Oh, that's good. That's a lot of that's gonna be a lot of damage actually. Okay, interesting, very interesting. Cyclonic Slicers, damage also went up, slow down missiles so they can create less visual noise, fix the bug where evolved missiles weren't hitting as often as they should. Maybe this is why they suck, by the way. This is why they suck, maybe because of the bug. Otherwise, I don't think they were all that good. Really. There are much better options. Not like the glove was a better option, but, you know. Weapon nerfs, Uwu Blaster. Yeah, later on the damage goes down, but that 5 damage is not gonna amount for a lot, trust me. The Uwu Blaster is still gonna be S tier, very S tier. Augment buffs. Glass Cannon. Damage increase is now multiplicative rather than additive. So what is glass cannon? Glass cannon swarm. Okay, wait. Swarm augments. This is how you need to look them up. Glass cannon. Gain 40% damage but lose 30% max health. So it's multiplicative rather than additive. That's not bad. I mean, depending on the situation. Bullet Mania. Reduce your damage by 20% for every 6 level ups after equipping this augment. Gain +1 projectile count. The damage reduction is now 15. Okay, that's really good because the 20% damage reduction was actually quite a lot. Immobile Immolation. For every 0.5 seconds you stand still, your health incurs a cost of 60 +1 for every trigger to grant you 20 ability haste. Lose this bonus when you start moving again. No longer stacks or deals self-damage while dead. Dying now resets the counter to 0. Why did that bug even exist? No longer stacks or deals self-damage while in a cinematic. Now resets the counter to 0. No longer deals self-damage while invulnerable. But these were... Okay, these are just bug fixes, okay? Fuck's sake with the Discord. Augment Nurse. Cross country. Oh, but they nerfed my beloved cross country. Oh, come on. Okay. Listen, guys, listen. Just because 4% goes down to 3 does not mean that the augment is bad. The augment is still very much one of the best ones in the game. Trust me. Okay, I mean, it's gonna be a lot because before at 20 stacks, you had 80% bonus to damage, health, and area size. Now you're gonna have 60. That's a lot less, but it's still a lot. It's a substantial amount, trust me. Ramming Runner, damage increase per movement speed. I mean, that's fine. That was mostly really picked on Riven, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's overall a good augment, but... I don't know. So on bug fixes and quality of life changes. Quality of life changes. Improved performance of Searing Shortbow, evolved Ember Shot, and Yasuo's Wandering Storms. That's good. Generally improved game performance. Achievement progress for picking up vacuums and bombs now applies to the entire team. Okay, added a VFX confirmation when catching the red dot. Thank you. Bug fixes. Fixed an issue where Briar's Feeding Frenzy E applied additional area of effect damage from her summoner's shift abilities when striking enemies with Prombis's Electro Carver. Okay, fixed an issue where players would not be granted a speed buff after being knocked back during Belvet's boss spawn if they were too close to her spawn position or dead. Fixed an issue where uptime upgrade was not added to the Yumi augment pool after being unlocked. The augment is now unlocked for players by default. What does this do? Uptime upgrade. Gain 60% duration. That's not necessarily a good augment. Fixed an issue where Friends 1 and Friends 2 could not be completed on story difficulty. Fixed an issue where Surprise for Seraphine 2 could only be completed with Leona. Fixed an issue where achievement progress for killing elite enemies in multiplayer games was incorrectly attributed to only one player. Fixed an issue where Leona's Solar Flare R tooltip stated an incorrect burn value. Fixed an issue where the fully kitted challenge conditions were incorrect. Stasis Field MF reward no longer stops freezing enemies after 15 seconds. Enemies frozen by Stasis Field at the end of its duration are no longer permanently frozen. Okay. QA bug fixes. Fixed the bug with Riven's Valor's E. Visual did not scale with area size. Okay. So Riven actually did get... I mean, she did get the effects of area size on her E. It was only the visuals that were bugged. Okay, that's good. That's good. It always felt weird playing when I had area size and my attacks were hitting at least 70% of the map, like on my screen, and the E did nothing. It was just a tiny little circle. It was always weird, but this is good. Fixed a bug that caused defeat X amount of elite enemies on hard/extreme difficulty to only work in solo lobbies. Fixed a bug with Friends character story achievements being unlockable only on a hard plus difficulty. Fixed a bug that caused Surprise for Seraphine 2 character story to only be unlocked with Leona. Fixed a bug with text formatting in multiple languages. Fixed a bug that caused the fully kitted challenge to be tied to the wrong achievement. Fixed a bug with the uptime upgrade augment not being offered to players. Fixed a bug that caused players to lose an upgrade when 2 or more access cards are picked up at the same time. That actually happened to me before. It was weird. Fixed a bug that caused the map texture to display incorrectly on the beachhead. Fixed a bug with Aurora's hopped up hex, evolved weapon projectile count being kept. Fix the bug with Seraphine's Anima Echo weapon projectile count being kept. Fix the bug that would cause the seahorse to be AFK. But that was a good bug. Fix the bug where a couple narrative bars and post-mission logs have the wrong portrait. Fix the bug with players being able to run out of the Rek'Sai arena before the arena is formed. Players are now forced into the arena if detected outside. Okay, now, after reading the bug fixes, I only have one issue. So, please, something. This is bad. So, there is a bug that I mentioned in my Briar guide video as well, where if you press your E on Briar or your ult, and you happen to pick up an access card as your E/ult is about to run out, aka the frenzy part, you will be stuck permanently. And the only way to unfreeze yourself, from what I tried, the only thing that worked was using your E right before you level up. And the moment you level up and come out of choosing an item or an upgrade, you instantly press your E again. And then you can move freely again. But they should have fixed this bug. I think this was a very crucial bug, and apparently they did know about it. Or maybe they fixed it and they didn't mention it here. I really hope so. But from these changes, what can we expect? Briar, absolutely S tier after okay, she got the 50% damage reduction below 30% HP. Now she gets it below 50% HP. That's a lot. Actually, a big buff, a very big buff. Aurora is also strong. Maybe she will be better now. Illaoi is still gonna suck. Just because the tentacles length scales with area size, that won't change a thing. Clearing better won't help you. Yasuo is gonna be interesting now. Now that his tornadoes scale with duration and area size, I'm looking forward to that. Seraphine didn't really get much, to be honest, just a few bug fixes, which are nice. But out of these items, to be honest, the one that worked the best was the Battle Bunny crossbow. The others aren't really all that good. Because as I said before, you're not gonna be picking area size on Seraphine because it's worthless. You're not gonna pick that just to evolve these items. Jinx, well, bit of a nerf, but I mean, no, it's not even a nerf. It's just not multiplicative. That's good. That's actually good. Leona, for some reason, getting the most fucking buffs. I don't get it. It's not like I'm angry at it, because it's only gonna make the game mode easier. It's just kind of funny to see that Riot doesn't see what characters are OP. Not just in the main game, in the main most important game that every single human baby plays at this point, but not even in Swarm. That's interesting. At least they didn't touch Riven and Xayah, because they are actually strong. They are very strong. And I don't understand the Gatling Bunny Guns buff, but I'm not gonna argue with that. I'm happy that it got a buff. Radiant Field, I don't get the buff either. I mean, it wasn't an S tier item, okay? I'm not gonna say that, but now this item on Briar and Leona is just gonna break everything. It's interesting. The train got a huge buff as well, which I also don't get. Maybe Cyclonic Slicers will be better after the bug fix. I will have to test it out tomorrow. I will let you guys know. I will make sure to let you guys know. Uwu Blaster nerf doesn't change much. The Augment nerfs don't really change much. As I said, Cross Country is still S+ tier. Listen to me. Trust me on this. There is no other augment that gives you 60%. No, at least 60%. Because no matter when you get this augment, you're just gonna be running around, okay? Okay, maybe if you get it. I'm not even sure if you can get the augment the first time you complete a Yumi quest. But if you can, then it's GG. It's actually over. Ramming Runner is fine. The bug fixes are mostly good. And the quality of life changes as well. So people, that actually wraps up our little review of the patch. It changes a few things, not a lot, but it's definitely gonna affect some characters. And who knows, maybe this will open up some new builds. I will test it out and I will let you know in my next guide. Yet again, featuring Ilaoi, which should be dropping tomorrow. I can't say a concrete time, but I will try to create it as fast as possible. So, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like my videos, please subscribe and leave a like. And I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.